you're rare. You know what I mean? You do it on both sides of the ball. Like I wanted to ask you, like, I think it's so dope because I caught a little bit when you started going was kind of towards the end of my career, but like there's so many great players out there, but a lot of young players like love you. Like you're a lot of these young kids' goats, which is dope, but you're like the prototypical 6'8", 6'9", do it all. You know what I mean? On both sides of the ball. So I want, like, how does that feel amongst, because like Carmelo's son came out as a lot of these kids have said it, and people are like when I look at the comments, like they're surprised. I'm like, no, PG's a fucking killer. Yeah. And like I said, your game is what this newer game is. Obviously, you bring IQ with it. A lot of these young motherfuckers just want to do all this, but you bring a high IQ with it. But it's just like when you hear that amongst the greatest to ever play this game, are kind of in this era right now, like how does that make you feel?
Honestly, bro, it's a blessing, honestly, because like I never approached the game. I was always felt like I was chasing someone. Like, you know, I was trying to chase and be like Kobe and be like T-Mac. Those was, you know, the guys I looked up to. So, you know, it always felt like, you know, now I'm hearing these stories of kids having that similar, you know, approach to me. Because, I mean, let's be honest, it could be Bron, it could be, you know, KD, it could be,
Steph,
you know, like all of these guys that they could really be like, man, these are my goats.
Not you.
It's been me.
That's dope.
But, you know, I just feel like I've always tried to play the game the right way. I've always tried to play both sides. I never credit, you know, my shot could come and go. It's been nights where I've been awful from the field. But I never let that impact how I'm going to play the game. You know what I mean? And I feel that's what, you know, kids kind of resonate with. Like, you know, yeah, we see the flashiness. We see, you know, him going off for 30, 40-point nights, but he's still going to play the right way. He's going to make the right passes. He's going to handle the ball. He's going to, you know, create opportunities. He's going to rebound. He's going to take the matchup and guard the best player. So that's kind of what I get out of it more so than anything. It's just like, man, I just rock with how he approached the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just play the game the right way.
I love it. I love hearing it.
Yeah.
So that's dope.
And I actually had that moment in Charlotte with Brandon Miller.
Oh, just recently. That's right. I've seen it.
Yeah. And it was a crazy moment playing against him. And as we're playing, he's like in awe. When I make a shot, he like, damn.
Right.
You did him dirty, Pete.
No, but it was like as we play, like I haven't had that moment while I'm playing someone being, you know, in awe. You know, I make a shot and I could see him on the bench and he like
he do how you would.
Yeah. So it's just it's a cool moment.
It's surreal from a standpoint of like I was telling you earlier with UCLA. I got a taste of it in college, but when you get up there and you're playing these dudes, like obviously we're not going to fanboy out like I'm a man like you, but it's just like these are people that like you looked up to, and like now you're bumping with him. You know what I mean? And you're out there playing defense and hitting shots on him. It's just like it's one of those moments. You know what I mean? And I think it's dope because, you know, in an era where people don't get respect, I think it's such a negative environment now. But for people to like come out and say like you're theirs, I think that's dope because I'm a fan of your game, and I know that you do, and I love that you think along with all your tools. So it's just like the dope to see you kind of get your flowers in a day and age where people hate on Steph and KD and Bron all the time. Right. You know what I mean? So it's dope.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Football free agency might already have you hyped for next season, but while kickoff is a long ways out, you can pick more or less on 2024 season stats on Prize Picks. Season totals for passing yards, receiving touchdowns, sacks, you name it, we got it.
You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. You can turn $10 into $1,000 with basketball, hockey, and college basketball. Entries today on Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app.
Prize Picks offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. Each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value.
Download the app today and use code PODCASTP for a first deposit match up to $100. I want to make sure y'all heard me now. Use code PODCASTP for a first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. I ain't saying it no more. Pick more, pick less. I ain't saying it no less. Pick more, pick. That's it.